Well, they're a seafood staple in our state and become more and more popular. We're talking about oysters because it is National Oyster Day.
Yeah, we're so excited. Here with us this morning are Allie Sawyer from Freeport Oyster Bar and Todd Molloy with Maine Family Sea Farm Co-op. Thank you both so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
First, let's talk about Freeport Oyster Bar. You were just telling me you've been open for about 2 years now.
Yep.
How's it going?
It's going really, really well. We love Freeport. We love the community there. We're feeling all of the Freeport love. So
Yeah, more
really
people
great.
coming by
Yeah,
and
it's
spreading the word.
Increasingly getting very busy.
I bet.
And Tom, let me ask you, what is the benefit of a co-op?
I think for me, sort of 2 or 3 different things. First, we share capital resources, so there are a lot of things I wouldn't do on my own as a small farmer, and sort of pool those resources and share them. And we use Google Calendars to schedule them. Everything from process equipment to really interns that we share sort of that human resource of. And I think the collaboration of getting stuff done and being around people that have killed oysters a different way. Sort of the joke we run, you go through a lot of oysters so you get good at it. So we like to think that through the cooperative and the cooperation between them, we learn a little bit from each other and learn to be more successful at the farming.
What do you guys think makes Maine oysters kind of stand out from other parts of the country?
I'll let you answer
Here we
that.
go.
I think the habitat, as much as anything else, it's cold water, it's nutrient rich. I think we're all sort of byproducts of the habitats and environments we live in, and I think you can't discount all that Maine brings to the table for that. I think the cooler waters force a different growing cycle than some of warmer waters do, and we like to think the care that all the farmers put into the way they do it and how they get them to market and sort of comply with the way we've got it in market, make them safer and fresher and taste better than some other
Yeah,
parts.
somebody tried to tell me that they can taste the difference between oyster in one bay than another bay. Is that true? Do they have different tastes? Really?
It is very true.
Really?
Every
Wow.
oyster,
Yeah.
you can't say that Todd's oysters taste a certain way all the time.
Right.
It does depend on the tides and things like that. But river oysters versus bay oysters versus another bay, they all have their, what is it called?
A little bit like wine.
brine
Fine
or-
wine's
Yeah.
a little wasted.
Fine wine, yeah.
But they do have different tastes to them, and I get a lot of foodies that sort of visit my farm through different ways, and they can really, they'll sort of define it just like the finish on a wine, which I don't necessarily have the skill to do, but it's interesting to watch.
Oyster sommelier, yes.
We have events where we're all standing next to each other, and we're all within a mile of each other, and
Yeah, they all
people will
taste so
line right up
different.
and say that one's different than that one. So
You're like, wow.
How big is this industry for the state, would you say?
in revenue terms,
Yeah, just, I mean, is it growing?
It's definitely growing.
it's growing.
We've seen oyster bars popping up more often. There's a new one in Bath. There's a new one in Wiscasset. So it's amazing. The more
least
oyster bars,
popularity is
the better.
growing.
I think.
Yeah, it is an acquired taste, but I can't believe it's like ballooned, exploded. How many people want to try oysters? And I can't believe how many people, these guys are talking about oysters like all the time. All the time.
I don't know. There's something social about it too, I think, which is really nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gulf of Maine Research Institute just published something this spring. I wish I'd looked at it beforehand, but they in essence said we don't really have a demand problem at this point for Maine oysters, and that the capacity that we're delivering, the market will absorb.
Well, like we said, it's National Oyster Day, so tell us about the event that you're doing today.
Yeah, absolutely. So tonight we are doing an event that's benefiting the co-op. They are basically donating their what we call uglies. They're ones that the farmer doesn't feel comfortable selling to a client. Or they're harder to shuck or whatever the case may be. So we're taking on all those oysters tonight and we're selling them at our bar for $1, and all the proceeds from that are going to go back to benefit the co-op.
Great.
It starts at 5 p.m. and it's till they sell out.
All right.